14 before he's out of bounds. Throwing again on second down. Herbert. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. And Hilton, the man in motion. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So, barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. A final shot before half from Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength. On 1st and 10 is counter. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Murray now. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Murray going to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Rondale Moore with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cards take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken in at the 3. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Herbert off the bootleg. Rolling to his left. He's got a man. It's his fullback. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 42. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Herbert. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he is going to have the Chargers' first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground field goal range, trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Budda Baker with a pick. And the Cards are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Palardy now on to punt as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back.
I can't choose to play either, so if there is a delay game, I want to stop it.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Justin Herbert scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Chargers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Murray. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw is Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. First down, Murray. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. It's Williams on the catch. And he's got some space here. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Running on first down, Eckler. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a first and goal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Ekeler with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Murray's throw complete there to Moore. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, Connor loses it. And picked up by the Chargers. And they'll start with great field position at the... yard line. Ekeler now between the tackles. 88 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Ekeler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 3rd down, here's Ekeler. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Herbert. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Up the middle with Eckler. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they